What's up, everybody? Happy, oh, let's see, what day are we at? Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. We are going to divide some potatoes. I planted one round of taters already. It was just a small bag that I had gotten from Tractor Supply of Kennebec white, like, butter potatoes. But I actually had ordered potatoes from Urban Farmer, which I've ordered both potatoes and garlic from them and had great success with both, so I like it. Let's see. These are the red Norlands. This is a 5-pound bag. I have, let's see, the Yukon Golds. This is just a 2-pound bag. And German Butterball, which is also a 2-pound bag. And so what I am doing, as you can see here, like with the Yukon Golds, it looks like there's not a lot, but there are potatoes that have many eyes on them. I am not so late that the potatoes are like there's anything wrong with them, but I am a little bit late in the sense of typically you're supposed to plant your potatoes around St. Patrick's Day around here, and I am a wee bit late. So what I'm doing is basically dividing them. I'm going to go ahead and put them on just a piece of brown paper, let them kind of dry over. I have a fire going in the,
Wait, what do I gotta do?
Put your books away. I have a fire going in the wood stove, and so that actually creates very dry air, and it will allow the cut side to kind of scab over. It's Wednesday, and then this weekend, I'm going to go out and finish planting our potatoes. So you want to make sure your potatoes have at least an eye. Some people say 2, but I think 1 eye is okay. No, baby, this is kind of just a 1.
I can get another cutting board and do it over here. Please.
Okay, get that little cutting board.
The pineapple?
Yeah. You can actually just stand right here. Okay. And you get yourself that small knife. No, that one right there. Yep. So do you see what I'm doing? I'm cutting. So there's eyes. That's an eye. And you're just gonna put them straight side up. Try not to stab mommy with the knife.
That was close.
So you have one, like a big one like this. And these are 2 separate eyes. So I'm actually going to cut right in the middle of there. That is 1.
Where are the eyes?
The idea is kind of golf ball size.
Where are the eyes?
So this is an eye. This is an eye.
Oh, like the sprout
This
thingies?
is an eye. Yes.
Okay, so they're just cut in the middle.
Yep, you can cut that one in the middle. Okay, and you're gonna put them on here with the scab side up. There you go.
That's what my cutting board is. A pineapple.
So we're going for about golf ball size. Sometimes you can't reach exactly that. But if it's Wednesday, I'm gonna cut these. I'm gonna lay them out for let's see, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So for 3 days. And
Is that good?
Yep, let me see. This one have. Yep, and that one's got eyes. Perfect.
Okay, I feel like I can't keep cutting them out. Like, I just feel like I should cut them all in the middle, like the eyes. They should call them viney eyes. Because eyes that look viney. They're creepy. I don't
You
understand.
cut them like in weird shapes, but
I keep cutting the eyes off.
so every year in the past that we have properly grown potatoes, because we have done it where we've done it incorrectly, where we waited too long, let the potatoes sit, they kind of got mushy, we still tried planting them, they didn't yield.
Our favorite part, though, is when we get to cut them.
So every year in the past, when we have planted potatoes, our yield is typically about 4 or 5 times what we planted. So let's see, I've got 2, 7, 9. I've got 9 pounds, so I'm anticipating probably harvesting about 30 pounds of potatoes. Now, the other thing that is affected by that is how close together you plant them. And if you want kind of potatoes like on the smaller side, you can, if you want potatoes on the smaller side, you can plant the plants a little bit closer together. If you want them, you know, if you want big honking potatoes, you would give them more spacing in between. So let's see. This one's got a lot of eyes on it, so I'm actually going to cut that one. And you want to make sure wherever you are setting your potatoes that they are out of direct sunlight. Sunlight will develop the solanine in the potatoes, and solanine is toxic. Obviously, every one of us has at some point eaten maybe slightly green potato. It's not going to kill you, but it could give you stomach upset, and then you know, obviously consuming a lot of solanine is definitely very not good for you. Some of these sprouts came off. This one has got a lot on it. We're just gonna... Now the other thing I do when I plant potatoes, I always put, powdered sulfur in the soil. Now the ones that I planted first, that I had like already planted out, I did not put powdered sulfur because I forgot to grab it, and by the time I got down there, and I was like, I'm not going all the way back to the house. So we're gonna see if those get blight, pests, what kind of maybe the growing difference there is. I'm just gonna try to kind of label these. Those are red New Orleans, just so I know. And these are the Yukon Golds. So, as you can see, got all of that all laid out. The benefit of having large countertops. Ours always seems to have some sort of project happening on it. I can get this bag open. I'm really trying not to tear these mesh bags because I want to reuse them for a project that I saw. You can also, like, mesh bags are great if you're growing things like melons because you can use them to support your melons. All right. This one is going to be interesting. Now the Yukon Golds, like, it's really easy to tell. Like, these are the red New Orleans and the Yukon Golds. Like, you can see the color difference, which I think is very cool. I like that. Those are still pretty big pieces, which I don't love. And I probably should have ordered like a 5-pound bag. And this one, This one, it really seems like it only has one eye, so I'm just going to leave that. Maybe these do too. I don't know if maybe, oh, this one's got two. All right. And this is another small potato. So we'll just leave that one whole. These are all the Yukon Golds here. And then our last variety, these are the German Butterball. Now these are really small. These are kind of on the small side. I'm not sure that I want to divide these. Some of these have multiple eyes, but well, some of them do. I think I will. Some of them are just really, really small, and I'm not sure that I want to divide the small ones, just because it's like, how much energy does that particular seed potato have? And this one, it has eyes, but it doesn't have any big sprouts, so that's okay. I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world. I mean, the other thing that's kind of nice is that, like, this one's got a bunch, right? So I'll just chop this one right in half. The other thing that's kind of nice is it helps me to know the difference, right? Like the red New Orleans, the Butterball, and then I know like or the Yukon Gold, and then I know like the Butterball are the really small ones. And it's got a couple eyes on it, so I could slice that one in half. We've tried corn a couple years in the past. I think I've said this before. Like, we don't grow corn well here. I know other people that live very close to us, you know, like, as in down the road. So they're dealing with the same climate, the exact same soil, all the same factors, and they grow beautiful, beautiful corn. I don't know what we're doing wrong. I don't know if maybe we don't give it enough water, or what, but we have never grown good corn, and it's cheap enough that I feel like I can buy it, and you know, I don't need to grow it, right? Like, I can buy good, even organic corn locally, and it does not cost an arm and a leg. Okay, those are pretty small. All right, so we have got our 9 pounds of potatoes that are scabbing over, and then I will go and I will plant them. I'm gonna put this in the dishwasher. One last thing I wanted to show y'all. I brought them in because it is very cold tonight. Tonight, like our last freezing temps that we're getting. Hopefully, Lord willing, for the spring. And then it will just be warm, warm weather. But you see I've got the tomatoes. These trays flipped over. This one is the Il Grappo d'Inverno. It's an Italian variety. These are my Sunrise Bumblebee cherry tomatoes. I started, no, I've never grown celery before, but I started some celery. And I started some more tomatoes. These are Rutgers Amish paste, Sun Gold, and then shishito peppers, Nona sweet peppers, Derby beans. These are a new bean. I usually do the Kalima beans, but we're going to try these this year. Some seeds my mom gave us. Comes in spineless okra that has germinated, which is great. Some eggplant, and then a tray of flowers. So these are zinnia seeds that I had saved. So I have no idea what colors all of these are. These are the orange Hawaii marigolds. They're a massive marigold. Probably need to be staked. They're amazing. Polar bear zinnias. These are white. 2 rows of the Santa Fe sunflower. Benary's giant lilac zinnia. These are mammoth sunflowers, which will get huge. And then some coreopsis, which I'm just not, I'm going to see any germination on those. These are more peppers that I had started. Now these got left outside. It got extremely cold, and that typically will stunt pepper plants. They just get very bitter about being cold. They don't like it. So I'll be honest, I'm not sure if they're going to survive, produce, if they're going to stunt, but I feel like my peppers always ripen very late. And I was trying to mitigate some of that by getting them started. Peppers and okra are going to go in the high tunnel because they can stand a little bit more of the heat. I've got to fix the watering situation down in the high tunnel. It is all coming out of the bottom of the mechanism that is supposed to lock in place like when water hits it, and so it's not going into the tank, and that obviously is a huge problem. So things are getting going. My brassicas outside, all of our cold weather veg are massive. Like, we came back from vacation Monday and everything was just so like super healthy looking, which was a great surprise. But I'm going to finish getting this stuff watered, and I can't wait to show you what's going on in the garden. Everything is starting to pop up, especially with it getting warmer over the next couple of days. It's just going to be absolutely amazing. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Catch you on the next one.